Good evening, subscribers and casual viewers. So soon I will start. I already started to deal with the big bowl of the aquarium. You see here. These are all sort of stuff that I found, like the heavy stuff that all sort of things. That were inside that I placed inside, remnants of iron, stuff like metal stuff and plastics and all sort of symbols that sunk. And I should I will decide soon what I'm going to do with that. Should I put it in the bottles where I put all the liquid? It's a very thick liquid. I will tell you, it's not. It doesn't look like water. Feel like water. It's very thick, and it's certainly with oils and all sort of thick life forms. And it's also pretty colorful. With a lot of blue and yellow. We will actually take a look at it soon. And I don't know what is the source of these colors. Maybe the audience can tell me. What would we get all this blue and yellow? Blue and green, but mostly bluish stuff. I don't know if it's bacteria or all sort of secretions of bacteria, or maybe something from the metal or the Niros, or who knows. Anyway, before we start, the allocation of the mixture to the bottles, and after that, although we start the electrolysis experiment, we want to actually take a look at more slides, and I prepared 4 random slides. They were randomly created. Just to show you what's inside, 4 random drops, samples. I try to take it not from the top now, but from the ocean, and I try to use things from the ground actually, because people suggested that perhaps the ground is has more life in it, but it was pretty difficult actually to reach the ground, and I think it's just random samples, the 4 random samples. And so before I started this video, I've inspected all of the 4, and I can tell you that TLDR, we are not disappointed. All of the 4 contains you don't need to search for Niros, they are there. The nanobots, the Niros are certainly in all of the 4 samples, and also, as expected, the tone of life. But they are actually a little bit different than the samples that we've seen yesterday. So again, I need the audience to help me to understand what's going on, because I honestly didn't really understand what sometimes I did, but a lot of it was just not really, and it's just very new to me, though, ecosystems, biological ecosystems. And certainly there are Neros there, and certainly there are life forms there, but it was different, because it was different from the 3 ones that were taken from the top. They had their own distinguished nature, because they were taken from the mold colonies, so they contain a lot of mold and less life form, but also a little bit of life form and a little bit of Neros. And if you remember, the 4th one that was actually the first one that I've inspected yesterday on the video was taken from below the ice sheets, from the water itself, and it contained huge flagellums, so I don't know, sausages, I call it sausages, huge sausages with many Neros fighting it. And I haven't seen any sausage of that kind in the 4 of these. So no more sausages for today, but certainly we have seen other life forms, and in copious amount. In one of the slides, we actually was, I couldn't find a lot of microbes, but I did find Neros, and perhaps this is kind of it was taken from a territory that was occupied by the robots, the robotic forces. Secure this territory from the evil biological monsters. But in the all in the other 3, there was a lot of, there is a ton of life form. So let's just start our inspection. And again, I will gladly receive comments with regards to what exactly we see, because this is new to me. Just a second. Okay, so let's start. This is certainly Niro. Magnification of 64, the standard one. We have here both Niros and like rocks, like that are, and also life forms that, I mean, I cannot say exactly what are they, but I mean, maybe you know, maybe I will just zoom in. I don't know, perhaps it will be more helpful to zoom in and to see like what kind of life forms are actually do we actually see? I mean, not that now I have more clue, but now maybe you have more like clue about like what's going on. This is magnification of 160 now. Definitely we see Neros, definitely we see life forms, we see the blue stuff that is very characteristic of this ocean, and I don't know what's, I mean, enlighten me with regards to, I mean, what exactly is this blue material. We see Nero and like another life form, probably struggling. I don't know what it is actually. It looks like looks alive, but I don't know what it is. Neros, Neros, pretty big one actually. We have pretty big ones. So I mean, certainly a war zone. Like, I mean, there is a huge fight going on. Certainly between whoa. What do we got here? Starship USS Enterprise in a continuing mission to destroy new life form and new civilization. Pretty. Pretty. I mean, wow. What is this? And this is a huge life form with Neos inside of it or underneath it or above it. I mean, certainly, I mean, it's like a Borg ship with like many Defiance class, like, I mean, starship, like, I mean, small but certainly deadly. And they give everything that they've got in order to destroy this huge alien spaceship, like biological crap. Wow. A lot of stuff is going on. Maybe we zoom out to 64 again because I want to take like a better, I mean, to better understand what's going on. So these are big life forms, and inside of them we can typically see them in the Neros, the nanobots that are doing their stuff and presumably, I mean, killing them. This is amazing. I am almost certain it's a Nero actually, but correct me if you think that I'm wrong. I am almost certain, and he's doing the fight. So yeah, this is a war zone. We don't see the sausages, but we see all sort of other stuff. A huge war zone. Nice. So we can say, I mean, pretty saying confidently that this slide, I mean, is characterized by pretty big microbes and pretty big neros that are like, I mean, both occupy the territory and like doing their stuff. Maybe before we finish this slide, I'll try to take another look. There was a place with really big ones. Like I wanted to look at that again, like really, really big. So where were they? The really big ones. This is nice. You see the very characteristic like shape of the Mandelbrot group of two neos. I mean, this is very. I mean, we've seen this a lot in the past. This is something alive and small neos around it. Just a second. Very nice. These are also pretty big actually. Wow, this is nice. We haven't seen it in the like this first sweep. So we have what we see here. I think is like undoubtedly, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is, I mean, it could be interpreted as an art exhibit, something like like the Nutty Professor or something like that. But I mean, if we want to be less like imaginative, these are certainly two big and healthy and strong neos that are doing the, I mean, the scissor movement that, as you know, was invented, at least attributed to Hannibal, like Hannibal from the Second Punic War, in the Battle of Cannae, like when they destroyed, like 60,000 like Roman soldiers. So they do it like for this big bacteria, and like they are certainly, I mean, you need a lot of imagination to think that they do anything else but killing this peaceful little and cute bacteria. And another big one. Wow, this is really this is a war zone, really. This is a really war zone. Okay, so nice. So I'll cut this video because so it won't be too long. But very soon we will take a look at the other three. They are also very interesting. You don't see exactly the same stuff. Each one is a little bit different actually, which is interesting. But it's a huge ocean. It's like, I mean, you need, I guess it's like, it's obvious, but like just for the maybe the non-biologist among us, I mean, the people that have no like experience at all, like and don't understand like microscopy, I should like maybe it should worth mentioning that each slide is just, I mean, the one drop like from a big bowl, like I mean it's so I mean it's like really, I mean it's just a taste of the ocean, like really. So there is like, I mean, there are probably like, I don't know how many, but I don't know if it's in the millions, but I mean, difficult to say how many microbes are and how many neos are on that bowl, but I mean, this number is must be huge because these are, I mean, what we saw now is just, I mean, it's just drops, like little drops, like small drops from like a big bowl. So, so I mean, so I take different drops, so it's not like, I mean, and in it, it's actually a little bit like terrarium, like you know, like it's like it's an aquarium, but it's like there is a lot of like, I mean, like you know that you put like in aquarium many times, like all sort of like cute stuff, like drowned castles or all sort of like mermaids and submarines. So I also did it, but I mean, they are not that cute. I mean, we have all, I mean, it's like chunks of beeswax and like This one represents a Niro, of course. It's not a Niro. It's just it's like a metal. Oh, the smell is oh my god. Okay. He doesn't. Okay, so as I said, I mean, it's not as cute as like the normal like garden variety you can find in terrariums and aquariums, but it's something like, I mean, it serves the same purpose of like making everything more interesting. So like you take drops from different like pieces of this ocean, so you see different germs, different colonies, different like you see Neros in all of this, like every like drop that I've taken, and they're all random. I didn't like discard any drop. Like I mean, I discarded the ones that I couldn't like put in them in the sellotape, but I didn't watch it before. Like, but everything that I could actually like put a sellotape on, I didn't discard. So you can there are different concentrations of Neros, but and different concentrations of life forms. But I mean, the sceneries are actually different because there is like it's just such a mess inside, and like. I guess it's also, I mean, a very contributing factor to this, like, non-homogeneity is the fact that it's like a month now, so, I mean, it was a lot of time for, like, all sorts of, like, living life forms to found their own niches and, like, for the Neros to occupy spaces and to be, like, less, less successful in other places, like, this is, I mean, this, I would say, a place that they are, as you see, they are far from being dominant in this place, even though they have like the heavy ships, like the heavy, like the really heavy ships, or like they send the very heavy ships for this battle. But I mean, there is like a huge like microbes over there, and it seems like the fight could maybe continue for months before any side will be victorious. And so we'll continue like very shortly, and we'll see more stuff.